Alright, sorry about that, everybody. We are live because we have some stuff to talk about. This is not just going to be about, coverage, severe weather coverage here. Alright, we also have to talk about the fact that we are expecting a severe weather and possibly even a tornado outbreak tomorrow. So we are going to have to discuss that. So let me plug in my mic here so you guys can hear me better. Fun with me. Because I did go to a trampoline park with my friends, so my dad took it, because he didn't want to fall out of my pocket. So I cannot read stream chat today, but I will do my best to do, coverage, so, yeah. Alright, but the reason I went live is because I did see this. We have a nasty Supercell, or at least a couple scans ago, this was even more nasty, but, look at the Supercell that's developing here, near Lucedale, Mississippi. This is really starting to kick into gear here. Alright, this is in southern Mississippi. We've also had close to what has been a almost tornado outbreak today. Alright, but this is a water spout, or this was a water spout, that was very incredibly strong. We'll actually look at this. Let's go back 75 frames here so you guys can see the full progression of this, okay? But this was at one point a wedge water spout south of Mobile, Alabama here. Yeah, there it is coming on the shore. Look how strong this thing got. This was pretty wild, but Davis Does Weather, if you guys know him, my good buddy, he did amazing coverage today with this whole event because it was very unexpected. It was a marginal risk today. Alright, but he had thousands of people tune in to his stream, and so he was covering this all live as it was happening. Alright, but this thing got really strong at one point, and I think this even had... Yeah, here it is, the scanner had velocities over 100 miles per hour, and this was right by the coastline. Alright, so that kind of swept on the shore. I don't know about any damage it caused, but I do think it weakened a lot just right before it came on shore. Alright, but as of right now, no rotation appears to be ongoing with that. If we look at any other areas' rotation, there could be something very weak starting to start up here east of Picayune. I'm not saying that right, in Mississippi here. Alright, looks like that's just now starting to kind of kick into gear as well. Alright, but we're just going to be on standby here waiting for some possible cells to fire up. I doubt we're really going to see much of a tornado event anymore today. I think that really it's going to be this last supercell, maybe one behind it, but other than that, really nothing much. But we will switch over to forecasting for tomorrow's event. So, oh, wow. Look at that hook echo. Yeah, if that does tighten up, then that's going to need a tornado warning soon. I don't think that needs a tornado warning because it's very broad, but look at that. That is a classic supercell. That is insane. Wow. Alright, so, this is going to go up towards Highway 45, so this is actually crossing the border of Mississippi and Alabama here. This is our most impressive storm as of right now. If we look back to the west of there could be some weak rotation starting to try to fire up near Bexley or Merrill in Mississippi. Alright, and it was actually much stronger moments ago. I believe this was actually all the way back to when it was in India. This was actually on the ground as a tornado. So that is still actually trying to rotate. But that was a previous tornado. So the storm itself might be recycled. Let's see what the progression of that was. This is all kind of the cleanup from today's event. But really, the point of this live stream is just to make sure we don't get any more tornadoes today, but also to make sure that we're covering tomorrow's event. But, excuse me, here it is right here. When it did put down that tornado, much more intense looking hook echo there. But this is definitely quite concerning, something we need to look at. So I'm going to change this text here because we are not expecting EF2 plus tornadoes today. Okay, 1 second, guys. Alright, that should be good. Yep. Hold on. I think I put too many spaces there. There we go. Alright. We're good. Yeah, so if you're in Earlville, you gotta watch this very closely, because this is this is honestly looking pretty intense. I don't think this is actually a previous tornado. But that's a pretty classic Supercell if you're talking to me. Yeah, that just came out of nowhere here. A lot of these little cells here are starting to pop off, so we'll have to watch out for that. In fact, actually, some of these are starting to die out as well. So we're hoping that that kind of trend continues. Yeah, but if you look, this is the hook echo that we saw from our water spout here. This was just insane. I mean, look at that. And I believe if you look at correlation coefficient, when Davis was alive, he said you could see the inflow on correlation coefficient. So that was just insane. But yeah, that's kind of just a recap of what's happened over the past couple hours here. So yeah, there it is coming on shore. That's the inflow that I was talking about. And then we also did have a tornado, a wedge tornado, as a matter of fact. It was a very large tornado. Back in the same area. I think it was right over here through this region. And I believe it did end up hitting the radar site. So, okay. Alright, but I do want to make sure we're keeping our eyes on that cell we spotted moments ago here. This is now crossing into Alabama. Still got a nasty hook echo there, so that's moving towards Russell, Citronelle, in Alabama, and is starting to rotate here, so we'll have to watch out for a possible tornado threat with this. Alright, but that is a new cell, so. Alright, I'm gonna pull up stream chat on my computer. Alrighty. One second, everyone. I hate to do this on the fly. I just want to check in on chat for a second. Alright. What is up, Storm Chaser 575, Tornado Pro, Patty Randolph. Yeah, I don't think this stream either has a thumbnail either, but we're kind of just doing this on the fly here. Yeah, so this might actually be rotating a little bit over here. Let's see. Yeah, near Vernal. Oh gosh, yeah. This is actually that previous tornado we were talking about. It seems like the storm is trying to do something again here, because you can see a little bit of a hook echo starting to develop, so we'll have to watch out for that. I don't know why, but this is like really slow. That's better. Alright, we did just get a special weather statement, a special marine warning. I don't know why I said special weather statement, but that's going out for these two supercells way offshore here. I don't think these are moving. Are they moving? They might be moving north, actually. Let's get this off at 75 frames here. There we go. Yeah, so these are moving north, so we're going to have to watch what these do, because obviously our last supercell did end up producing that water spout. So you can see actually some rotation starting to go on here. This is not strong at all, but it is fairly tight, so we'll have to watch that. But that has been going on for the past couple of scans there. And then still some rotation going on near Earlville. Yeah, that is still really looking impressive there, as that is a newborn cell, because if you look, the progression of this is definitely, we'll have to put this back to, let's see, 30 frames here. This is the full progression of that storm there. So yeah, that's just now starting to grow there. So we're also seeing the storm here near Leakesville. It looks like it went through a merger, and yeah, right there's that merger, and it's starting to feed into the storm. So really, mergers have been what's causing today because a lot of these cells were not very strong as they were being born, but really these tiny mergers here are starting to help them out. So, let's see. Yeah, that isn't good. So, if this starts to rotate again, obviously it's got a history of producing a tornado. So if you're in Vernal, just keep your eyes on this. But for now, you're just seeing a lot of lightning and some thunder. But yeah, there is a lot of rotation going on here. So if this gets any stronger or any tighter, I do think this could definitely get tornado warned eventually. Alright, but we'll see how that kind of reconstructs itself after producing that tornado. Because everyone really thought this was not going to go on the weakening trend, but all of a sudden it's hooking out again. Because it seemed like that merger has really helped it out, and we're starting to see that inflow jet start to kick in again. So, but yeah, I mean, you can see this really did not look nearly as impressive as it does now. Before I had that merger. All right, if we look down south here, we'll probably have to switch radars. I believe this is actually in our radar hole. Yeah, we have a horrible radar hole here. This is just the closest radar site is the mobile radar, unless no. We can use this one in central Louisiana. There we go, the Hammond radar. So yeah, so we still have some storms down here near Citronelle in far southeastern Louisiana. Excuse me. All right, you can see a little bit of rotation, possibly starting to get going here near Logtown. But that's been going for the past couple skins as well. Alright, but really there's nothing much else to look at. Alright, I believe we can use a different radar site for this. Yeah. Okay, so we did have confirmation from both radar sites that there is some rotation starting to go on here. And in fact, the next scan here really starts to bump this up. So we have some rotation starting to go on here near Beatrice, Mississippi. So yeah, we really have 2 or 3 spots to watch out for, and then obviously our Supercell offshore producing that water spout we'll have to watch out for as that moves onshore. But really, after all of that kind of just happens and we see what happens with that, if we don't get anything too crazy, then we'll probably end up switching it back over to forecasting for tomorrow's event. So yeah. But once again, I don't have stream chat up next week because obviously my dad has my phone. We went to a trampoline park and he didn't want it to slip out, so he has it right now and he's actually out of the house. So that's why I'm not answering people's questions. But for now, that's what we're talking about. But yeah, if you're in Vernal, watch out because there's some rotations starting to pick up here. But not a tornado warning with this, so. Okay, this is trying to produce some heavy rainfall here. Could even be some small hail. So. Yeah, we have another area of rotation north of Browntown. Or no, that is not rotation, because that is actually associated with our cell. So that's probably just contamination. But, yeah. Yeah, look at that near Vernal. We have to watch out for this. This is starting to get a little bit more concerning there, because that is some stronger rotation. Yeah, it's starting to get really tight there. So we may see that get a warning, I don't know. Also near Leaf here. Things don't look as concerning in Leaf, but definitely over to the east there. We have to watch out for some of that. How far away are these storms? 67 miles. Hold on, everybody. Wow, that is insane. So, the distance from our radar site in central Louisiana is pretty much the exact same as the distance from our mobile radar site. That is insane. That's crazy. So I honestly have no idea what radar site to use for these, but I think we're gonna go with the central Louisiana one. So not a great look at these storms. I don't think that these are rotating because they're mostly along a line here. But there could be some embedded rotation along Interstate 10. But I think for the most part, these are fine. It's really these cells in Mississippi and far western Mississippi or far eastern Mississippi and western Alabama that we need to watch out for. Yeah, that is still looking concerning. I saw this and I saw it was a new cell. If this was not a new cell, I wouldn't have gone live. But this is starting to really hook out here. Yeah, this is not slowing down. So if this gets its rotation together, this could end up getting tornado warned, and then we have got a whole new situation to talk about. So yeah, we'll have to watch that. But it is starting to rotate, but it's not too strong. So yeah, I think I can actually pull up stream chat if I do it some way like this. Hold on. There we go. What's up, Weather with Sim? What's up, Mr. Twister? What's up, Psy? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Davis? Hello, everybody. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. What are my thoughts on the day 3 outlook? Let's see, day 3. Are you talking about tomorrow? Because you're talking about tomorrow, then. Oh, okay, here we go. So yeah, day 3, probably just the remnants of our event tomorrow, but I do think we could see definitely an isolated damage and wind threat within this kind of corridor here. This is going out for pretty much areas of just southern Virginia all the way down to central Georgia. I do think that if we do get a QLCS-like event to occur, and Davis is talking about the potential for a derecho, and I think it's certainly possible because most models have been picking up on a signal here for, the beginning of the day to start out very busy with tornadoes, and then to kind of see a QLCS kind of event. Alright, but that could sweep across this whole region, so this also looks fairly concerning to me, and I think there's a potential for this to be upgraded. It's just all about how long those remnants kind of stay together, but definitely some strong to severe storms out in this region, so you bet we'll be live for this when that does actually occur. But yeah, day 3 definitely still looks pretty possible to be a fairly big day, and then obviously we'll talk about our event tomorrow, which is just it's not looking good. Well, that's just what you gotta say to say the least here. Do I think we're gonna see a moderate risk? I don't know. It's gonna be close, but I'm gonna say probably not unless the HRRR overnight runs really starts to ramp up. But probably not. There's a chance though. But yeah, I think a derecho is possible. What's up, James Taylor? Yeah, no problem, Si. If I eat cheese curds tonight, it will go moderate. That's definitely true. Okay, back to our Citronelle storm. Yeah, this is not good. This is starting to rotate. Oh, gosh, dude. Oh, no. Yeah, that is starting to rotate, and that's not looking good. That is a strong supercell right there. Okay, so if you're in Citronelle, get ready, because this is, I'd say that a tornado warning is possible with this fairly soon. This is starting to ramp up a lot. This may get warned any minute now. Also have weak rotation near Leaf and Vernal. Actually, our Vernal storm is now, its rotation is really starting to weaken out. The next scan looks a lot less concerning, but if that gets any tighter, then that's going to be really concerning there. So, yeah. Yeah, but this is really the only reason we're staying live, and then obviously we'll also have to talk about tomorrow's event. I mean, we do have these supercells off the coast here of Dolphin Island. This is a similar area that just got hit by that massive wedge water spout. Alright, but these two cells are likely producing water spouts here as we do some rotation there. So that'll come into play or into view much easier as this gets closer to the radar site. Yeah, we'll just have to watch those as they approach the shoreline. So, but we're also going to be watching, obviously, our Citronelle supercell here, because that rotation is starting to pick up, and also just the view of it on reflectivity is pretty wild, to say the least. Let me check back in on chat. Yeah, that is a classic supercell. Yeah, I just want to go live because I want to be like the first one to cover it. But I saw this and I was like, oh dang. But I mean, this is just absolutely textbook here, and it's been going for a while now. I mean, look at the past scans, the progression of that. It's just getting stronger and stronger. So I don't know why, but this doesn't even have like a special weather statement or anything. But I mean, this really does not look good. But yeah, there is definitely some rotation going on. It's very broad, but it's trying to do something in here. Right now, it's approaching Highway 96 or Road 96. Let's see. Yeah, Beverly Jeffries Highway there. And then it's going to be going up towards Prime Road. Alright, but that's where we have our broad rotation. So it's strong too. So really this just needs to tighten up. But you know, you have gate shear of about 50-55 miles per hour. So I mean, it's not too strong obviously, but it's worth watching. I was gonna say the exact same thing, Weston. This supercell looks like Barnsdall. I don't know if y'all remember Barnsdall. I mean, obviously you remember Barnsdall, but I don't know if you remember the exact reflectivity scans on Barnsdall. But this, hold on, it's not this scan. It's the one previous. This looks so much like Barnsdall. It's like it's this. I think it's that one. Dude, this looks so similar to Barnsdall. That is insane. But, yeah. Look at that. I'm getting messaged on Discord. Who's messaging me? Or what? Alright, we're back. So, yeah. Lightning activity is also picking up there. If anybody in chat sees any areas of rotation, let me know. So, get back to that. Yeah, it really does look like Barnsdall. Yeah, I kind of stayed up until like 2 a.m. yesterday. just to see the SPC outlook because I'm that kind of person. But I'm not doing that again. And honestly, I probably should have done it today rather than yesterday, because yesterday was just to see what the, tornado, hail, and wind outlooks were going to be. So, kind of made a mistake there, but I think I'm just going to sleep in and wait for the morning. But, yeah, so we'll probably end up, continuing this live stream, obviously, but I'll probably also post a forecast video, as always. So if you guys can check that out, that'd be great. But that'll be a much more in-depth, kind of forecast on the event tomorrow. So when I do post that, make sure that y'all go check that out. So also make sure that you are hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications so you don't miss a live stream. We're always here whenever I can be for severe weather coverage, so that'll be greatly appreciated. Okay, next scan, we might have another merger on this thing. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably, that's a merger. Okay, so we have another merger trying to interact with this cell, and I don't know. It's starting to lose its hook echo. It still got it, but we'll see what that does. But today there's been a lot of mergers that have really helped a lot of these cells produce tornadoes. So if that's the one thing that this thing needs, I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll have to just kind of wait and see what happens here. I do remember Claremore. I think it was an EF3 or was it an EF4? It might have been. Yeah, Barnsdall and Bartlesville were just wild. All of those Oklahoma tornadoes from early May were just insane. Yeah, but if you're north of Boothtown, just beware of heavy rainfall. I'm telling you right now, I could see this turn into a really ugly situation really fast. There is I see a way for this thing to really just go crazy due to these mergers. So that isn't good. I don't know why, but I just feel like if this were to continue, obviously you'd see your cell lift to the north, but then you've still got this precipitation that's kind of feeding into the storm. And so really once that strengthens, everything's going to kind of boom right over here. So yeah, this is not good. But that next scan, look at that hook echo there. Yeah, it's still going on. Yeah, right now inflow is starting to ramp up, and I think that it's definitely got enough RFD on the backside to kind of shape that up. So I think the more inflow you're going to get with this thing, the higher the chance you're going to see of it producing a tornado. And I think that's what the merger is doing. So you will see this broaden out a little bit as that actually happens, but soon enough, this could end up really going tornadic. But as of right now, everything's kind of doing alright. We have another area of hookage here west of Browntown, right on the border of Mississippi and Alabama here. But this is near Pigsaw. This is the same storm that produced that very weak tornado over towards Indian, Mississippi. So we'll have to watch out for that. But that is also a hook echo trying to develop. Is that from a merger? Yes. So we have two supercells to watch right here, back to back. I'd say our Citronelle one is definitely our strongest as of right now. but it still has to interact with this merger here, which should increase the inflow, because you have your inflow notch right into here. So honestly, everything's kind of coming together for this thing to do something at least. So it may seem like it's starting to broaden out a lot, but I think I'm going to stay alive and watch this a little bit longer, because I do think down the line, after all that happens, you know, past Citronelle, something could definitely happen around here. So that was the weirdest line of history. Check back in on chat here. Yes. Appreciate that, Laura Stone. You live in Northeast Oklahoma? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so you can see it got a little bit tight over here. This is when I got a little bit concerned. Because that was a pretty wild hook echo, and we also had pretty strong and tight rotation, so I thought this could have gotten warned any second. Alright, but then it's starting to go through a merger here, and if that, you know, helps the storm, then it's not looking good. And trust me, we've seen this happen earlier today. We've seen this happen earlier today with that wedge near mobile. Mobile. I have like 3 versions of saying mobile. I have mobile, like cell phone. I have mobile and mobile. Yeah, there's still some broad rotation near Leaksville as well. Yeah. Okay, wow. So that's actually starting to definitely lose its shape there, but still, you just kind of have to watch for what this merger does, and then this could end up hooking out again, and then your rotation starts to increase. Got your inflow notch, and boom. So we're just gonna have to watch the progression of this. Yeah, this isn't good either. Near Leesville, Infernal. Let's see if that starts to rotate. I just realized it says it's December 26th. It is the 27th. Oops. Alright. Back. Yeah, if this doesn't end up doing much, we'll probably switch over to forecasting tomorrow. And yeah, just hit my knee on the table. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but these will slowly but surely move their way on shore. Let's see. Northeast at 10 knots. That is just, ugh. That's gonna take a while then. So yeah. That's like 13 miles per hour. Yeah, that is, oh my gosh. It's gonna take like 3 hours for those things to impact land there. So, yeah, that's gonna take a while, and I don't think we're gonna be live for 2 hours just to watch some cells offshore move on shore. Yeah, wow, so you can really see that inflow start to really kick in well here. You see this brightening up in the red? Alright, that's your inflow jet starting to ramp up, and all you need is just for that RFD also to kick in a little bit stronger there, and you've got yourself rotation starting to develop. But right now it's extremely broad, that's the only problem, and that's just because of this merger that's feeding into the storm. So really the next scan will tell a lot, but you can see the full progression of that. I'm just worried that this is going to become more of a stout hook echo, because it was a little bit smaller earlier. Yeah, but that is just classic, man. That's insane. Looks exactly like Barnsdall. Yeah, no problem, Mr. Twister. I think we got a new radar scan, actually. This is like the third merger this has had in the past like half hour. This is 1, 2, 3. They're all kind of helping with building the supercell up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like, wow. Yeah, they keep strengthening the storm, so that's just the problem. So whatever this does, it's most likely going to strengthen it. So I think we have that question out of the way. I think we've answered that question. So, waiting for that next radar scan. Yeah, still very, very broad rotation. That could change, though. That looks so much like a CC job, but it's just contamination. Looks like we have twins on the ground. Yeah, that's... There you go. So yeah, that merger is gonna push off to the north here, and then this is gonna start to hook out because your inflow notch is starting to kick in. So yeah, everything's kind of coming together for this, but like kind of just speeding through the progression of this. It's so cool. I think we could definitely see at least one PDS for sure. Yeah, there was a radar indicated PDS yesterday. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, PDS tornado warnings that are radar indicated exist. More rotation west of Vernal, Mississippi. So, all right. Yeah, if we look at our vertically integrated liquid, did not mean to click on that. Let's pull that up here. you can see it's actually starting to show up here a little bit in Citronelle, so maybe a tiny bit of a hail core starting to develop. Okay, usually when it's this light, it's indicative of probably just very heavy rainfall, but maybe some very, very small, like pea-sized hail is possible with this. So this may get a special weather statement or a severe thunderstorm warning soon. Alright, but for now, that's kind of just out there. But yeah, this area is going to look way different tomorrow. Tomorrow is just going to be wild, I think. Yeah, this area is about to get slammed again for like the third time. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but we have connection of both cells here, our Leaksville cell and our Citronelle cell. They're starting to merge, so we'll see what that does. But that's kind of killing this. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't really see an imminent tornado threat. Excuse me. So I did think we're gonna go over to forecasting our event tomorrow. So, all right. So we're gonna start here. Take a look at your storm prediction center outlook. You can see right now, obviously, we have an enhanced risk for severe weather extending all the way from extreme western Louisiana all the way out towards pretty much just extreme western Alabama there. Alright, this includes Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and Alexandria, Louisiana. Alright, so that's a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather there. It's a total population of over 3.5 million people, so a lot going on with that. They also have the slight risk extending into areas of southern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, parts of central and western Alabama, far western panhandle of Florida here, southern Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, into sections of eastern Texas there, so that's for a much bigger population. And then if you're in the dark green shade, you have your marginal risk. Okay, tomorrow's tornado threat, as of right now, it's a 10% hatched. Okay, so that includes all of the enhanced risk area. That includes Baton Rouge, that includes Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and Alexandria, Louisiana. You have a 5% risk for all of those areas in the slight risk, and then a 2% for the marginal risk area. Okay, your wind threat tomorrow is a 30%. This is not hatched, though. I do think it could definitely be hatched by the next update. Okay, but that is including areas of a little bit farther to the east there, as we are expecting these cells to kind of merge into that QLCS like damaged wind gust line there. Alright, but that does extend from sections of central Louisiana all the way out to central and southern Mississippi there. Alright, so that's a 30% risk, and then you also have a 15% in the yellow shade. That's for the same areas of the slight risk. And then finally, your hail threat's 15%. That's basically just for those areas that we are expecting to see supercell development in. So if you do get those supercells, obviously you're going to see the large hail. So that's what we've got at the moment. Alright, and then we will go over to the NAM 3cam model. Let me just catch up on chat for a second here. You're doing a forecast stream tonight at 8 p.m. Central. I will tune in. That comes out at, let's see. I know it was delayed a lot last night, so yeah, it comes out. The next schedule is scheduled by 700Z or 0700Z. So I believe that is I believe that's 1 a.m. Central, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's 1 Central, so. But if we go over here to the GFS, we look at, excuse me, that's the northeast. Let's look at the NAM here. Alright, so basically what we've got is for the rest of the night, we see those thunderstorms kind of move off to the east there and fizzle out. But here comes our event. already by 7 a.m., we have storm initiation across sections of eastern Texas into Louisiana. Alright, look at this nasty cluster of storms. This could already be producing damage and wind gusts, large hail, and even possible tornadoes. But this is when things get kind of nuts. Look at 1 p.m. We have line after line after line of just supercells charging across this area. By 5 p.m. already, things are really getting active here. Alright, I can only imagine just hearing tornado warning after tornado warning. That siren you hear on Radar Omega will be constantly going off tomorrow. Alright, because all of these supercells will be rotating because there's a ton of shear and a ton of thermodynamics in this area, and they continue to move throughout this area, and really that tornado threat starts to decrease right around 10 p.m., but you still have embedded QLCS tornadoes here because you have embedded areas of circulation. Alright, but two main lines here of strong damage and wind gusts are definitely possible. And still that threat continues as this move to the east here. Alright, but right around, early evening to late overnight hours, that tornado threat is really going to peak there. But these supercells I am very concerned about in northern Louisiana. Northern Louisiana might be the most, hardest hit areas by all this. But even, areas of far western Mississippi, you guys got to watch out. You guys are going to get absolutely slammed. But that is a very concerning look by the NAM 3CAM model, and you look at the HRRR, and the HRRR says no different. And we look at the 18Z here, you can see as we go into tomorrow, all those cells really just pushing out, and then you can see also that damage wind gets line starts to move through. So if you look at, let's look at this on difference. Hold on. Alright, this is better. Alright, so here we go. So this is a better look at the HRRR. This is the, let's go to the 18Z. There we go. So yeah, if you take a look at what the HRRR is showing, I mean, this is just insane at how many cells we're going to have. I mean, if the storm mode is a little bit messier than expected, then I do think that tornado threat could decrease just a little bit. But look at all these tracks here. I mean, this is just absolutely insane. You're getting battered in Louisiana, get battered in Mississippi, and then that really just pushes off as a huge line here of gusty thunderstorms there. Those will definitely be severe, as you do have the threat for seeing some damage wind gusts with those, but holy cow, I mean, that is just insane. So if you take a look, we can click for sounding. That's actually, we'll have to look at the NAM here for sounding, but let's take a look here, Louisiana. See, I don't want to take a contaminated sounding there, but we'll look here. Once this loads, it's going to take a while, but kind of dissect it and just see what that means and stuff. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, so we're going to start out, take a look at your photograph here, so you can see it's very elongated, showing the signs for possible rotation here. That's a classic looking photograph there, so obviously our potential hazard type is a tornado. Okay, you can see our wind charts here, definitely showing that classic supercell, and just absolutely insane there. So pretty wild stuff. I do want to mention your Storm Slinky. It's turned 71 degrees, which has turned a lot for these kind of updates here. So, these time of events. So really just pretty wild stuff with that. But I mean, when you see a Storm Slinky turn that much, I mean, there's going to be a lot of potential on that day. So if you go back here to this, you can see also we do have on a sounding analog system, we have matches of possible up to baseball size hail there. So big time matches with that. Also a match there for supercell activity. Alright, and then also obviously that tornado threat will increase. And then you can see our dew point at 66 degrees does slowly but surely decrease as you get into like the 700 to 500 millibar range. Okay, so that does show that possible hail threat. But really just a pretty wild sounding there. So that would definitely be in support of tornadoes. And really everything kind of just happens as we get into the evening hours. I think really 3 to... I mean, it could be all day, but if not, it could be really 3 to 10 p.m. is when that tornado threat really starts to peak, alright? So, we'll check back to Radar Omega here. Let's look at our storm near Citronelle. This was our cell we were talking about just a couple minutes ago. It's dying. It's not looking, I don't even know. It's trying to do something, but it's really failing, honestly. But it's been trying to rotate, but nothing much other than that. Alright, so I'm going to get back to chat. If you guys have any last-minute questions, please let me know. If not, just stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also make sure you have notifications on, because you do not want to miss any live streams tomorrow. You just gotta make sure that you're staying weather aware out here. So, yeah. You wouldn't rule out EF4 tornado tomorrow. That's pretty specific. So honestly, I would say only there's a pretty possible chance that we're gonna see a couple EF2 plus tornadoes. Alright, but that's honestly the most you can say. Really, saying one EF4 is possible is very, very kind of specific there. What's up, Ryan Singh? How's it going? Yeah, I don't know if you guys know Ryan Singh, but Ryan Singh has been on this channel for a long time. I think he's been on this channel since the beginning of hurricane season last year. So that is just insane, but he's been an absolute member on this channel. So can explain in a basic way how to read a photograph. Alright, so this is really confusing stuff, but basically what you see is, I don't even know how I'll do this. I can draw it on Radar Mega. How about that? Excuse me. Okay, so usually, obviously we have our photograph here, and so usually what we get is we get kind of this line that shows us, kind of the base of our storm, I guess. It's very, very hard to figure out, okay, but basically you want to look for a shape like this, and then something like that. So this is really what we would look for as for a photograph that would support a possible tornado. I am not very good at that topic. It's kind of more of the nerdy kind of weather stuff, and I'm 100% into learning about it, and I try every day. But it's very, very kind of hard to understand, but you'll get it if you watch the Convective Chronicles. Trey does an amazing detailed video on how to read a photograph, so I would certainly definitely suggest him. But you just look for an elongated photograph there, and usually this is kind of a cheat code, but the usual shape you look for is something like this. If you're looking for just the general possibility of seeing a tornado based off of sounding, but it's still something that I'm not fully understanding yet, so that's really all I got for you. So yeah, alrighty, well, we do have 12 viewers right now, so that is quite a lot. So I will say I'll set up a poll here if I can do that. I can. Okay, start a poll. Alright. Do we stay live and cover severe weather? And then we'll do yes or no. Alright. So if y'all can vote on that, please do so. And you don't need to vote yes, just because, like, you feel like you need to. I honestly don't care. But if, it's obviously what you guys want, so if you guys want me to stay live and you guys need that coverage, I will totally be there. But it looks like everyone is voting yes, so we'll probably end up staying live here, but we'll see. Yeah, photographs are difficult to understand, but Trey helps a lot. Yeah. So, you'll get used to it, but the cheat code, once again, you kind of look for something like this. This is the kind of cheat code you look for. If you see a shape kind of like this on the photograph, that's usually a sign indicative of a general, tornado supporting photograph there. Yeah, 6 votes, and 100% everyone says yes, so we'll probably stay live. Everyone hit the like button. How many likes do we got? Let's see. 17 likes. Holy crap. I didn't even realize that. That's a lot. Well, I appreciate that, everybody. Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Oh, okay. I believe we have rotation starting to pick up here. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, this is right there. Hold on. We might have rotation starting to pick up right east of Citronelle. This looks a little bit tighter. But if that is rotating still, that could be a possibility that we need to watch out for that. Let's see. Well, there's the rotation. So, yeah, I guess that is rotating. So, we'll have to watch out for that. Still got somewhat kind of a hook echo there. Not much. South of Leaksville also could start rotating. So we'll have to watch out for that. But everything seems to be pretty quiet for the most part. $19 likes. Let's go. Let's get to 20 likes. And then, dude, if there's no way that we're gonna beat our stream personal record on a stream that didn't even have any severe warnings on it and was just basically to look at one Supercell, and also just to look at, you know, the forecast for an event. That would be highly appreciated. And if all of y'all could subscribe, and turn on notifications, that would also be greatly appreciated, because we need to get some of this potentially life-saving information out to as many people as possible. So if y'all haven't already, just hit the subscribe button and like this live stream so that we can get this out to as many people as possible. Because the whole goal is to deliver this to people that are actually being impacted by dangerous weather here. So, yeah. Dude, I don't want this to, you know, produce a tornado, but if this ended up producing a tornado, I'd feel so good that I was live from the very start. But y'all are keeping me live here, so I really appreciate that and all the support. 20 likes. We hit it. Nice. Alright, we're going to end that poll, and then we're going to do a... Okay. We're setting a stream goal here. Nice. Gotten a lot of views on this live stream as well, so appreciate all of y'all. Go ahead and pin that message. Yes, if anybody has any questions about their location, I will be able to answer them as accurately, as honestly as possible. Alright, but rotation is starting to ramp up. Wow, that is tight. Yeah, that's not looking good. This is actually starting to look a little more concerning now. I just realized we're in Rolling Fork territory. Yeah, Rolling Fork is right over here, I believe. Tensaw is very, very, familiar. Wait a minute. No, we are not in... No, we're not even close. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong river. Yeah, Rolling Fork's out here. Rolling Fork is all the way out here. I don't know why I thought. Apparently there's Rolling Fork, Alabama. But no. yeah, so we have strong rotation south of Chestang, and if this does get a tornado warning, then we have to get really serious about this. Okay, but all this thing needs now is just for that inflow to kick in, and this is not good at all. Oh gosh, and now this is starting to develop a hail core. We have 60 dBz hail. So yeah, if that's not contamination, which it might be, I mean, I think that's still rotation from the actual storm. But if that isn't contamination, then that isn't good. Near Chestang. Or, Chestang. $20 likes, dude, let's go. Been live for over an hour. It feels like it does not feel like we've been live for an hour. But apparently we have. But yeah, if we do see that inflow notch start to kick in a little bit, then we'll definitely have that potential for tornadic activity, but for now I think we're good. I believe that is actually contamination. I don't know if that's actually rotation. If that's the case, then I think we're actually really doing alright. It still looks like a lot of rotation trying to pop up there, but it does not line up with where the hook echo would be. It lines up with whatever this is, and this is part of that old merger. Okay, if we were to have rotation, it would probably have to be in here. So, I don't think that is rotation. It might be. Yeah, that does not line up at all. No. Yeah, so honestly, I think we're good with that storm. Yeah, it's definitely contamination. Alright. Okay, well, we've been live here for over an hour, so I'm probably going to end up ending off the live stream. So I really appreciate all of you for coming to watch. It's been a very successful live stream, so I'm going to say one more time. Please hit the subscribe button so that we can just make sure that everyone is staying tuned here to the live stream, so that tomorrow everyone is aware of the situation that's happening, because obviously we have a big event tomorrow, so I don't know what's going on with this, but I think the stream might have just crashed. Yeah, we might have just crashed the stream, but anyways, if we're still here, yeah, we're still here, so once again, just make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications so that you don't miss out on any more live streams, and just make sure that you're here tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be a big day. So I appreciate all of you for coming to watch, and I'll see you guys in the next